this fight is sponsored by Wicked Muay Thai, and this professional mixed martial arts contest is taking place at the welterweight division, scheduled for 3 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. Introducing to you first, standing in the red corner, sporting a professional mixed martial arts record of 3 victories and 5 defeats. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 170 pounds. From Milford, Connecticut, he's representing FAA Connecticut. Make some noise for Sam Super Saiyan Watford. And now, introducing his opponent, standing across from him in the blue corner, holding a professional mixed martial arts record of 10 victories and 6 defeats. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 170 pounds. From Springfield, Massachusetts, he's representing GNG. Make some noise for Pat, the Gorilla Ninja, Casey. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this welterweight contest is John English.
All right. Pat Casey's dense.
Yeah. Pat Casey in the blue, John English, our referee, Sam Watford in the black.
The guy's arm looks like my quad.
Opposite builds. You got the long, lean, Sam Watford, short and stocky. Pat Casey, nice jab to the body from Watford.
Ooh, Watford coming out with like a karate-style bladed stance here.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice
he wobbled Pat a little bit there.
Nice check hook that he caught him with coming in, yes.
Oh, a crescent kick up top.
Hook kick, man. That was a backside.
A hook kick,
rather. Backside. Got up so fast, though.
It looks very Jeet Kune Do with those body jabs and the high kicks.
And the shoulder rolls.
Yeah, he's looking pretty smooth. Big side kick.
Yep.
Oh, big right hand up top from Pat Casey.
Nice roll and counter there.
Good
really
shot.
really slick striking from Sam Watford.
And the shoulder rolls, getting a hand up to block the brunt of the shots that Casey's delivering. Really smooth with his striking defense.
I've heard a good argument for the side-on stance against wrestling, which is that it's harder to blast W and they end up grabbing a single, and sometimes that can be easier to defend than getting run over. Obviously, that's a controversial opinion, but I've heard some good arguments for it.
It's a good point there.
So far, it's working for him. I mean, he's been... And, you know, FAA, really stellar wrestling school.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not surprised that he's able to ward off a skilled wrestler like Pat Casey to play his slick striking game.
And just a minute ago, Pat Casey had every single bit of the bite on that ankle pick to put Sam Watford on his butt, but just the way he floated his hips, posted on his hand, and stayed up.
I'm very impressed by the wrestling defense of Watford here. Pat Casey looking for that big right hand up top. Now he's setting it up with a jab first.
Watford's tough to hit clean, I'm noticing.
Very unorthodox defense, but if you haven't trained to get around that, what are you going to do if this is the first time seeing it? Not easy.
You got to put more punches together because he's leaning his head back and just getting out of range, rolling the shoulder. And if you throw a couple more adding on to that combination, you might catch him slipping.
Better yet, what Casey did was throw the punches and then land a low kick, because if you're doing all that leaning, you can't defend the kicks as well.
Good entry
Single
from Casey.
Here. Oh, that's a crazy way to run the pipe right there.
Yeah, he took a back step and then completely rolled 360 to get that single leg finish. That was gnarly.
Now he's got the heavy Gorilla Ninja on his back. Pat Casey doing a good job having that cross-body ride by having the underhook on that side, but Watford gets out of it.
So slick.
Yeah, real
and a body
nice
shot on the end. Exit. Casey landed a nice job, though.
Oh, a big three-punch combination from Watford.
Yeah, punctuated with a beautiful right hook.
Another single attempt. He does that 360 type of run the pipe there that I've actually never seen in the cage yet.
It's almost like a lat drop with a single.
Yeah.
It's a Donkey Kong roll.
It's cool to me, honestly. I like seeing that.
It's Ninja, it's Gorilla Ninja.
He lives up to the name.
Hat and pen.
Yeah, he's hit it twice. It's pretty nifty.
In Jiu-Jitsu, you've got the ninja roll. This is the Gorilla Ninja roll.
I like
Takedown.
it.
I like it.
Now he's got his head pressed up into the corner between the canvas and the cage.
He's got a good amount of time left, too. That, I would say he's at a disadvantage scoring-wise, but if he's able to capitalize on this, he could take the round back.
Trying to posture up here and rain down some strikes, it looks like, from Pat Casey.
A little accidental headbutt, I think, right there. Casey just let gravity bring his head down onto Sam Watford's chin. Don't think it was intentional, like a headbutt, but.
Watford seems unfazed, no harm, no foul.
It happens.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Watford maybe throw his feet on the hips and try to use that cage to help him up here, but the heavy Pat Casey is obviously very difficult.
Yeah, and Pat Casey right in front of his corner, receiving instruction from Jason Franklin right to his ear, so he's probably following it diligently.
For sure.
Looking like he's reaching for a handcuff. Never mind, Watford wise to it, not letting it happen.
I like how Watford is mixing his own hammer fist and strikes from bottom. It's not like he's going to do damage, but that can stun your opponent and set up the submissions or the opportunity to stand back up.
Yeah, though he's having a hard time with it right now, he is always trying to get that overhook over Pat Casey's arms to eliminate any strikes.
I'd say, he just took a few right there, but I'd say other than that, he's been pretty successful at mitigating the damage, taking only small strikes and nothing too devastating. But I wonder, do you guys agree that Casey might have stolen the round with his control?
I think so. I think that that's enough control right there, and it wasn't like he was dropped or hurt that bad by any Watford strikes, where the damage done by the strikes mitigates the dominance of this top pressure and ground and pound here.
Yeah, I would say Watford had an advantage in the strikes, but not, as you said, man, nice elbows from bottom. I mean, not dominant enough, but
Watford made it closer with that flurry right there. It looked like
true that.
As soon as we say something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really dependent on the wisdom of the judges. I know we got Dave Ginsburg, Steve Rita, Nick Mahmood working the event tonight. So I'm not sure what kind of credit they're going to give to the ground and pound from the back from Sam Watford at the end of there, because there was some powerful elbows that almost looked like they did just as much damage as the top ground and pound from Pat Casey by the end of it all.
Well, we also have to talk about the stand-up exchanges that happened as well. I mean, Watford was landing some 1-2-3s. He's also landing some crafty little kicks, that hook kick that landed up top and the side kick that pushed Casey into the fence. So, I mean, there was a lot that happened for that takedown as well. I'm interested to see how the judges saw it.
Comes the replay, boys, coming up.
I'm very opinionated, but rare instance where I'd be happy either way.
There's his long rangy strikes. A good little check hook, backstepping. Kind of slipped from Watford there.
Yeah, Watford doing a good job just leaning, shoulder rolling right out of range and landing his short little shots that are coming from strange angles.
Casey had excellent level changes, though, to get to that single. But that 360 single, I still can't keep talking about it.
The gorilla ninja roll.
If this were a fighting game, that would be a special move.
Hit the Y button.
Now you gotta hold the triggers at the same time. It's a special move.
Round 2 on the way. Johnny Cupcakes, what'd you see in that first round?
Outstanding striking from Watford. I love the way that he's going to the body with his jab, and if he could lower his level for those body shots and then come upstairs, I could see him hurting Casey. No surprise, Casey needs to get that fight to the ground, keep Watford flat, and land significant ground and pound. Both men have avenues to victory here.
Oh, nice counter from Gorilla Ninja there.
Watford was landing that side kick again earlier in this round. Trying to stay long.
Pat Casey's so dense, man.
Straight left from Watford.
Large welterweight.
The range of Watford has played well to him for the last couple exchanges. And I find that when you're taller, not that I ever am, but when your opponent is taller, he's able to land those body shots very well because you're so focused on defending your head. And he's been landing those body shots. Great knee on the exchange.
Yeah, that was a knee to the dome right there. I mean,
I saw a heavy breath from Casey right there.
I was just about to note that. I mean, Pat Casey always does this, like, you know, real calm and everything like that, but he does look like he slowed down just a tad.
Nice
counter from him, though.
And a right hand over the top found the mark.
Big overhand.
But Watford showing off, he's got a chin, even when he does get hit.
He does a good job rolling with it, too.
Yes, sees it coming. Great vision in there. Nice pop to the body, too. There's a nice jab from Casey.
So even right there, that jab, you see his trigger for that defense is to put that chin out in the air and lean back. So if Casey throws multiple strikes like that.
Yeah, catch him on the second or third. And Watford kind of pop shot counter and trying to beat him to the punch. Hands down, chin inviting some pressure. And then he's just in and out. Just getting out of range, using the length. Watford looks like he's having fun. Nice uppercut,
big
right hook.
I think Watford's
Casey's
tasting
getting
blood a little bit.
Yeah, Casey's getting ever closer with that overhand, though. I think he's
Big shot attempt, shooting from the center there, getting him to the cage.
Yeah, it was a good little feint setup with the hands, and he just took a power step in, got the head in the breadbasket, and followed through. And here he is with some significant control.
It'll be interesting if he finishes another takedown, because it'll put us in a similar position as last round.
Yeah, around the midway point. Turn the tides by changing it up. Because Watford, for my money, is landing just a little bit better in these exchanges.
Oh, for sure.
There it is. Spitting image of the last round.
Watford posted and stood back up real quick, though.
Just
Probably
like in
trying
the first
not
round.
to get stuck there.
Yeah. Watford with a good job finding himself out of that stuck in the clinch.
Watford with his mouth open, looking a little winded after that exchange.
Constantly shoulder rolling.
Yeah, Casey's starting to find that overhand a bit more accurately. He's starting to find the range on
Nice.
that.
I like that kick. Right, he's throwing it below the knee on the inside, right on the shin. Oh, nice right hand. Watford doing the moving his head back and forth like he just ate one. Doesn't want to get hit with another one.
Nice elbow on the break from Casey. Returned with the body shots from Watford. Takes a slip.
Oh.
No, that was a timed kick
yeah,
from.
that was a time kick.
Yeah, Casey just threw that little side kick oblique to the inside leg and caught him off balance. That was real nice. But Watford right back up.
Chop the tree down, right?
Yeah, he's attacking the inside of the leg kick with the oblique, the side kick, and cutting
Those
down
body
the calf.
shots seem to be adding up.
Oh, Watford smells it now. He sees he heard him there.
I saw another deep breath from Casey right before that.
Watford has been putting water in the basement over and over. Look, another left hand to the body, just
Big
digging
deep
to the
breath.
gut. And a side kick. Ooh.
Oh, big deep breath.
Wow, Watford just... we're giving him a little bit of credit, but it's really accumulated. He's always been changing his levels right from the get-go. Just straight rights and jabs to the body, just pop-shotting them.
Smart game plan. Pat Casey's still delivering back, though. Leg kick to end the combo.
And he throws to the body, too. 30 seconds left of round two.
I think Watford might be able to find some success when he does have Casey just stale there, frozen, not really moving his feet.
He ducked to the body and went upstairs, and Casey just swarming in, trying to get that grip and nullify some of these punches that are just chipping away at his body. 10 seconds left of round two. In a round where Watford was able to nullify the wrestling attack and pretty much dictate the pace and control of this round.
Yeah, that was a great round for Watford.
Yeah, I'm calling that one apiece. Well, this is going to be a good third round.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very competitive, and as the fight's going on, kind of like we said, could pay very strong advantages for Sam Watford, who's been in the deep waters before, and you've seen Pat Casey really go in and get early finishes. Not that he doesn't have the gas tank to go, but if we're talking about who's looking fresher going into this third round, it's got to be Sam Watford right now.
And it's not just a matter of cardio, but even if you've got great cardio, getting so many body shots, it adds up. It takes it away.
He invested well.
Look at some of these highlights coming up here. You see that timing of the kick, maybe. Oh, there's a nice left
counter.
hook.
Oh, nice counters twice by Casey.
Big shots by Casey in there, no doubt that round, but Watford started picking it up, and Casey looked
There's that kick right
that
there
was
that
cool.
dropped him a little bit. Crafty. Great fight.
Absolutely. Yeah, Casey started to land that overhand more. He's getting more accurate with it, but then once he started breathing harder and the body shots started adding up big time, I'm really curious to see how this is going to play into the strike for our final round.
Pat Casey, Sam Watford, third and final round. It's been a barn burner, both guys wearing it, but Watford barely breathing heavy at all.
He's ready to bang. They both are.
Touch gloves for the final round.
Watford's had a smile on his face for about 90% of this fight. This
Nice
jab up
feint.
top.
I swear he does Jeet Kune Do.
Loves that side kick. Now he's setting up with a jab before it.
I don't think Casey liked that. Nice left hand to the body, too, was Casey's throwing.
Yeah, the difference in body language is very telling as to where they are and how they're feeling right now.
Watford's really got the distance figured out with a big head kick. He drops back Casey.
Wow, head kick to the right hand, and Casey,
Right in
What?
on a single leg, though.
I don't know what he ate for breakfast this
Gorilla
morning.
Ninja roll.
Big elbow.
Slick elbows there.
Great defense by Watford.
Yeah, Watford's got to explode, get that leg out.
I love that he's attacking that far ankle as well. That kept him down for a split second there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big cut on the nose of Pat Casey. The nose is busted wide open. We're a minute into this third round. What are you looking at now, Johnny? Sorry to throw it to you last second here.
No, unbelievable. I mean, this is Watson's fight to win right now. He is seriously turning the tables, and his gas tank is being the difference maker. But with Casey on top, it really could go either way, I'd say, if he finishes on top these last 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time to work and to overcome the point deficit he's at after suffering that knockdown. That was a head kick, right hand follow-up that was absolutely gorgeous that put him on his knees for a split second. How tough is he to endure that and find himself in a better position?
Yeah, if I'm Pat Casey, that's right where I want to be right now after that exchange.
Going back to the idea of the double-edged sword of the cage, I feel like to deal with the wiry guard of Watford, it would be tempting to stick him against the cage, but I wouldn't want Watford using that to stand up. So it's a tough place to be right now.
And Watford's got to be feeling good and confident with his stand-up after that, but he's got to be frenetic in trying to get back up there.
Yep.
We got to get some clarification as to what is and is not a legal elbow here. There's been some confusion a few times tonight because I don't know what was wrong with that. It was a little cross-face elbow to the face, it looked like to me.
Yeah, those ones seem clean.
Did the judge, the ref warn him or something?
I think
didn't
so.
see that.
I'm not sure, but
I think it was a quick little verbal, like, hey, watch it, you know.
like that. That's
That
a
was
clean elbow
clean.
to me. There's no such thing as a 12-6 when you're
the
laying on
ground,
your back.
Yeah.
And that hit them in the side of the face.
Well,
So,
that's interesting because that was the whole controversy last time with Hughes
Look at his ear.
Hicksenbaugh.
Yeah. Look at his ear. It's blue. It looks like a really softened up cauliflower. One of those elbows might have hit Casey right on the ear from the bottom. Oh, nice elbow
nice
from
return.
Casey on top.
Yeah, that didn't feel good for Watford.
No, you could hear that thud in.
Oh,
Nice
that's
big
hammer
hammer
fist.
fist. That gives some Kevin Holland vibes right there.
Yeah, against Jacare. Slept him like that. That was nasty.
You know, I feel it's justified that after rocking Casey earlier and landing these huge shots off his back, I
think
feel
so.
like he is viable from the win off his back here.
Big elbows.
That's a clean elbow. Come on. That hit him right above the ear. It looked like a clean elbow to me. It's very subjective. It's tough to see, but like the back of the head is the back of the head. Oh, I got no problem with that. Like, that was a clean elbow. He landed right on top of the ear, man.
Yeah. I understand the frustration.
What is a clean elbow? What is the target? You go over it in the back. You're not supposed to hit behind the ear. On top of the ear is perfectly legal. Can we get a replay of that elbow? I find that hard to believe that that hit the back of the head. I watched it. That looked like it hit ear. That hit ear. That hit ear. That hit ear. It's on the replay. That hit ear. That was as clean as it gets. Am I wrong,
Man.
King? Or
No,
Andrew?
I agree with you. Unfortunately,
The ear is a legal target.
it is. Unfortunately, we have no say here, and it's
Gotcha.
up to the ref.
Yep.
I mean,
know
I
it's up
think
to him, but-
I hope that he makes the right call or looks at the replay as it's on screen.
Yeah.
But
I think the ref does need to look at the replay.
Look at the replay, but that looked like it hit ear. Kevin, that looked like it hit ear. What's that? That looked like it hit all ear.
I didn't see what happened.
It hit all ear, man.
Elbow?
Yeah, all ear. It's been a couple times like that tonight.
well, I think he didn't deduct a point, which is good.
As he should
I
have.
think is right, but I think as long as I think
That's
it would
so clean,
behoove
good.
it would behoove Watford to just maybe do hammer fist for a bit instead, because he's created a tumultuous dynamic with the ref right now.
And right there, if Watford is aiming at a target and throwing, and Casey uses the defensive mechanism to turn his head away from the strike, that's not on Watford.
I agree. I just think that right now, given how the ref is has behaving, I just think that Watford, even though he's not in the wrong, he should just probably avoid doing that.
No doubt.
Damage is damage. I think everything's been clean so far on Watford's end.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point he's just won, so it'd behoove him to maybe just not risk getting DQ'd.
Minute to work, though. Oh, big back fist, big hammer fist.
That's what he needs to be doing.
He looked like he was wobbled on his knees.
He definitely didn't like it.
Yeah, his mouthpiece is out too. Pat Casey lost his mouthpiece. It's right in front of the ref.
If I were the corner, I'd be telling Watford just no more elbows. Just keep doing that.
Looks like he's going for
Kimura. Has the grip.
Maybe use it to get out.
Not on the right position on the elbow. Casey.
But he gets up with a 50-50. Big knee. Oh, big head kick.
7 seconds left in this fight. Watford trying to pour it on at the last moment. Pat Casey ducking his head, closing his eyes, and throwing for the fences. All right, now where's the timer? There. What a fight between Sam Watford and Pat Casey. An absolute war from bell to bell. You saw a little bit of everything. Pat Casey implementing the ground and pound game plan in the first round, and then Watford able to utilize his striking acumen, come away with the body shots, land some vicious head kicks, score a big knockdown, and the ground and pound off his back was something I haven't seen in a long time. Very creative and effective stuff.
Yeah, I think this was a real treat to watch. Aside from that oddity at the end of the round with the, quote unquote back of the head elbows, this was a real great fight. Really competitive and exciting, and I think it's Sam Watford walking away with the W.
For sure. What an entertaining style Watford brought. I mean, Casey, he's always fun to watch as well, the Gorilla Ninja, you know what I mean? We've seen him in here before. But for Watford to make his Cage Titans debut here, and with that karate style, that's definitely a treat for the fans to see, with that blade in the stance and the side kicks to the body. You just don't see that type of stuff anymore, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's got the wrestling chops to make that work for him, because he leaves that one leg out there, defends a single impeccably, and really has shown great skill. Like when he reached over and grabbed the heel to leverage himself back up. Really, really exciting. I want to see, I've said this a number of times, I'd really love to see some more from him.
For sure.
It looks like technically it was Casey who landed more strikes, but it was Watford doing more damage with them. Casey with the control time. But it's funny how statistics sometimes are really illuminating, but in other times not so relevant.
I know. If I look at the statistics tape right there, I mean, it would look like it's such an even fight, right? Which a lot of it was at times, but it seemed like Watford was kind of carrying away with the W in, like,
it was well contested. It was well contested, but I think that it's hard to call it even.
For sure. Great fight. Entertaining from bell to bell. All action.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28, giving you your winner by unanimous decision, Sam Super Saiyan Watford.